great movies. When you got movies like Tom Cruise in them, you can't lose. 6 bags of popcorn, 2 sodas. It's On Cinema at the Cinema with me, your host, Tim Heidecker. God. Hi, everybody. My name is Tim Heidecker, and I am the host of On Cinema at the Cinema, which is the program you're watching right now. It's on the internet, and it's a movie show where we talk about movies and review upcoming new movie releases. And my guest is Greg Turkington. Greg, thanks for coming on the show again.
Hey guys, yeah, it's nice to be on the show. We had a little bit of a break before this season, and of course I was busy setting a world's record. But to get back here and do what I started doing, reviewing movies, that's kind of my first love, so I'm glad to be back.
Well, I am almost here against, I'd rather not be here, in other words, because I'm in, my foot is in a lot of pain. And I'll just show you, these, by the way, again, these boots have been a lot of fun to just go around, but I've got the weirdest thing going on. I was telling you guys about the tingling, and the past week, foot has gotten so swollen that you can see here. I don't want to gross everybody out, but
wow.
Look at that. That's bad. The whole foot's sort of numb, and I've just been putting Neosporin on it and stuff, but it's like very tender. So, no disrespect to my boots, but I'm gonna just let this breathe a little bit while we talk. My nephew turned me on to this, what they call an acupuncturist, who uses a Chinese needle as sort of a alternative medicine. And I'm going to be seeing him tomorrow, and he's going to be doing a whole evaluation of my body, probably helping me with my weight loss and with all the tingling and numbness. And hopefully that's sort of the magic cure, and I'll just not worry about my health anymore. And it's called acupuncturist, and that will be who I see tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to power through. All right, our movie today is The Nut Job, we're directed by Peter Lepenitis, Peter Lepenitis, Peter Lepenitis, and cast of Will Arnett, one of my favorites, Katherine Heigl, and Brendan Fraser. Surly, a grumpy independent squirrel, is banished from the park and forced to live in the city. It's here where he finds the one thing that could save his friends' lives as they gear up for winter, Maury's Nut Store. This is a great movie. It's great seeing Brendan Fraser back in a movie again. I've always loved him, and I love looking at Katherine Heigl. She's just the kind of woman I like in terms of beauty and sex appeal. She is hot. She's a 10.
Yeah, no, it's a great animated picture. If you've seen the movie, you would know that it's an animated film about a squirrel.
Wow. So thanks to Peter Lepenitis for making this movie, and I didn't realize it was an animated movie. You know,
yeah,
so the technology is
pretty
getting
clear.
I know,
about
but I'm saying the
second in.
Sometimes you have to admit, though, the technology now is so good that some of these animated movies look like real life.
Some of them do, but when a squirrel starts talking, you generally know it's an animated picture.
Right. Now I realize. Yes. Okay, that makes sense. Yes.
Or if you looked at the movie poster on your way into the theater, you'd probably have a clue as well.
Right. Well, it almost reminded me of the old Roger Rabbit movie where it mixed that sort of real world with the animated world.
Yeah.
Was it animated or was it not? I don't know. In any event, when I hear the voice of Katherine Heigl and Brendan Fraser, it reminds me of who they are. So maybe I was even just daydreaming a little bit during the movie, imagining those two together romantically would be interesting. Something for a memo to Hollywood. You want to put them two in bed together. Easy on the eyes. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to go to the emergency room because I don't want to get gangrene.
No, I don't think you will. I think what you have is diabetes.
It's not diabetes. That stinks down there too. It smells like.
Yeah, it does.
It's not normal foot odor. It's sort of a.
Yeah, maybe you should give the movie 5 bags of popcorn and 5 bags of smelling salts so that we can block out the smell.
All right. Well, let's move along to our next movie, which ironically is called Ride Along, directed by Tim Story. How do you like that, Tim? What's this? If they made a documentary or more normal biographical picture about myself, you'd call it Tim's story.
I think you'd call it the nut job.
You'd watch yourself. You're a guest on my show. Show respect for being here. Show respect for that seat. I got a line 10 people deep that want to sit in that chair, want to talk about
Well,
it.
they probably don't want to sit in it now.
They do. You watch your mouth. I am who I am. Cast is Ice Cube, whatever that is. 10, Kevin Hart, Tika and Sumter, and John Leguizamo? Leguizamo. And this is about a fast-talking security guard joins his cop brother-in-law James on a 24-hour patrol of Atlanta in order to prove himself worthy of marrying James's sister. This is almost like a Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Let's see how much we can cram into a movie in terms of 24 hours.
There's a lot of action in it, and if you're an action fan, you'll like this, but there's more to it than that. I think it's interesting that you would cast Ice Cube in a movie that's this hot, because you'd have to worry about him melting on the set. It's a fun movie. I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn and a tray of ice.
I like this movie a lot. I, in fact, went to see it again separately on my own as a gift to myself because I was in a lot of pain. And I remember that the film itself let me forget a little bit about the pain happening in my leg. So I want to thank Tim Story, and if he has any ideas for me to be a part of this movie, or not this movie, but other movies, let me know. I think it'd be neat to be in a movie directed by Tim Story, starring Tim Heidecker, directed by Tim Story. Just fun.
Reminds me of the Toy Story.
No, it doesn't matter what it reminds you. No, I use this as my show. If I want to talk about whatever I want to talk about, I'm going to do it. 5 bags of popcorn from me, starring Tim Story. All right, now finally on our segment, we're going to talk about the segment of Greg Turkington's called Popcorn Classics. Popcorn Classics. Get through it. Go, go.
Hey guys, today's popcorn classic is, Forget Paris with Billy Crystal and Deborah Winger. If you loved When Harry Met Sally, you're going to love Forget Paris. And it's kind of funny that it's called Forget Paris because this is a movie I will never forget. And I recommend you see it. It's a popcorn classic.
All right. Thank you very much for watching. Cut. I need him out of the building now because he just called me a nut job.